Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy.
Ricky Stanicky came out in 2024 and was released on Amazon Prime Video. It ran 1 hour and 15 minutes. The movie begins in Halloween of 1999. We have three friends, kids, and they are dropping a bag of flaming dog poo on a porch. And if I know movies, it will be Ricky Stanicky's fault. Oh no, the bag of flaming poo caught the house on fire. This is crazy, insane stuff. Kids, they left behind evidence, and they wrote a kid's name in the jacket. It says Ricky, or they come up with the name Ricky, and one of the kids says Stanek, and he's like, my name's Stanek, and so they come up with Stanicky at the scene of the crime, and that is that's the invention of the character of Ricky Stanicky. And then the movie plays an animated history of Ricky Stanicky and all of the antics that all of these kids have grown up using and blaming on this made-up character. Zac Efron is one of the kids, but all grown up, obviously. And Efron's girlfriend, she works at a news station. She wants kids, clearly, but he just isn't ready to grow up, it seems like. JT, one of the other boys from the 1999 Halloween thing, him and his wife seem to be part of the reason that Zach's woman wants kids, because they're pregnant again. Zach is faking a call with Ricky, and it's kind of funny, even though it's about Ricky's cancer being back. The reason it's funny is because we, as the viewer, know that Ricky isn't real. And JT asks if you can make it with no balls, because they said that he has testicular cancer and that it's back. His woman is like, that's not what you can't live without two of. It's kidneys you can't live without two of. And it's just, the movie is good at being ridiculous. The three friends, they just rock and are well done, and it gets extra clear just how not grown up Zac Efron's character is when all three of these friends go to get drunk in Atlantic City and go to some concert of somebody I've never heard of. While at the bar, Zac Efron says, "To Ricky Stanicky, the best friend we never had." And then they all say, "Thank you, Ricky." Enter Rod, who is played by John Cena. John is so good at playing a goofball, whether it's Vacation Friends or Trainwreck, or John is, also Blockers. That's another great movie that Cena is good at when it comes to playing, funny. But yeah, his character, Rock Hard Rod, is a trained actor. John he's so funny, and it feels like the best way to use John Cena is in the humorous role, or like in a caring role, because when he's not the bad guy in Fast and Furious, but a caring uncle, he does a better job, in my opinion. Remember that name? It's going to mean something to you. That's what Rod says to Zac Efron's character when he gives him his card for Rock Hard Rod. Zac Efron turns on his phone to enter Rod's information into his phone, and he finds out that JT's wife has gone into labor 6 weeks early. And all of the friends are losing their minds because they're going to miss the birth of Whitaker, the JT's son. Wes, who is such a bad liar, tells everyone the truth that Ricky's a lie at the hospital. Zac Efron then covers up and he says that Ricky lied about his cancer being back because he wanted to celebrate with his friends, because he was in remission, because Zac Efron is just such a prolific liar within this film. The family wants Ricky to come to the new baby's circumcision, and Ricky is not to be used as a one-man show, which is what Zac Efron tells Wes when it gets brought up that Wes has been using Ricky as a cover for not having a job and all these other things. As the friends are commiserating over the fact that they almost got caught, Zac Efron says, "All we did was tell one lie, hundreds and hundreds of times." Zac Efron's character, his name is Dean, he's like the best at this, at telling the lie and keeping the ruse going, because Wes and JT are not nearly as good with being deceptive. As a matter of fact, Wes, he thinks that this could destroy JT's whole family and all the stuff when it comes out that they've been lying about this whole friend for all the time. But Dean proposes that they hire Rock Hard Rod to play the role of Ricky Stanicky at the circumcision. The movie is just so ludicrous. The idea that you meet somebody one time and, then again, it's also the idea that you made up somebody, but yeah, you meet somebody one time and you think, oh yeah, they're going to be great for playing this role that we made up. When next we see Rod, he's dressed as Britney Spears and he jumps out of a bathroom window, because of course he does. And the people that he's running from, they seem very questionable. I don't know if Rod is, in with the mob or what the deal is, but these people are after him. So when Dean calls Rod about the gig, he is all about it, and Dean is he's such a well thought out character because he's so specific in everything. Like, he understands what needs to be to keep things at status quo. I really like the Dean character. They go to clarify throughout the film how that the reason he's so comfortable with lying about Ricky is because he had to learn to lie about him and his mom's bruises because of his dad being abusive, and how that explains why he's so comfortable with lying. And yeah, it's intriguing. And that also goes to explain why that when Dean goes to try and have lunch with his girlfriend, he has their dog Paul distract this duck that she's watching for a news story because it's sitting on a golf ball and on a golf course. It's ridiculous stuff, but the duck tries to drown the dog, and it's interesting because, like I said, it just shows depth to the Dean character and clarifies why that he is the one who's most comfortable with the lying. And, obviously Wes and JT are mostly just on board with it because it's what they've done throughout so much of time. When the friends go to pick up Rod, the actor they hired to play Ricky, it is clear that he is messed up. And so they're like, oh, what drugs are you on? He's like, none. Ricky's been sober for 3 years now. And so Rod is dealing with big time withdrawals. This is just some crazy dedication that Rod is showing to this role, as he puts it. I have 2.5 more pages of notes of this movie, but the fact is, it is a very fun and overall, in the end, great movie. Like I said, I could have gone over how that Rock Hard Rod, he is so dedicated to his role because, don't you know, Matt Damon bought a zoo before filming I Bought a Zoo? And all these other fun things, but instead of telling you about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you that you need to pop on Amazon Prime and watch the great movie Ricky Stenicki, because Zac Efron, William H. Macy, John Cena, all these actors do a really good job of bringing this world to life and making Dean and Aaron's relationship believable. Rod being envious of Ricky, the character that Dean, JT, and Wes created, so much so that he would rather be Ricky than himself. Like, it's well worth watching. And I'm not even going to ruin who was chasing Rock Hard Rod when he was dressed as Britney Spears, because I think that it's well worth checking out the movie, because it's a surprisingly well thought out comedy, especially given that it's so ridiculous. But thank you for tuning into this review. I hope you enjoy the movie Ricky Stenicki as much as I did, because, like I said, I thought it was a great 5 out of 5 film. Come back all week for trivia and Alpha Entertainment Worldwide Reload. Later.